I'm Teresa Corvino, here from Cuisinart to help you with everything you need to know about your new Cup-O-Matic single-serve coffee maker. First, I'm going to show you how easy it is to assemble and use. Then, I will show you how to get great tasting coffee no matter what your preference, regular or bold. Let's get started by reviewing all of the parts, and then we'll get it assembled. Always take the time to read the detailed instruction guide. This is a great reference, so keep it in a convenient place as you'll want to refer to it often. Now, let me show you all of the features this machine has. Note the buttons on your control panel that give you different options for brewing. At the top is the power button. The pod button is used for soft coffee pods like these. The ground button is for regular ground coffee. Now, we know that some of you like your coffee regular strength and others like it bold. This machine brews it either way. Here is the regular strength button, and here is the bold button. You can also choose what size cup of coffee you want to brew. Just look at the different options you have: 4, 6, 8, 10, or 12 ounces. Here's the cleaning button that activates the cleaning mode. And finally, the brew button that begins the brewing process. It's important that you become familiar with all of the parts of your Cup-O-Matic coffee maker. Let me show you how. This is the water reservoir with cover. Here is the brew cup with slide lock that holds your brew basket in place. The brew basket goes into the brew cup just like this. The brew basket is where you actually place your coffee, whether you're using pods or regular ground coffee. You'll also get this handy scoop for measuring your coffee. In addition, there's a charcoal water filter and holder, along with a removable drip tray. For your enjoyment, Cuisinart provides you with a starter pack of pod coffee that includes 4 house blend, 4 dark roast, and 2 decaf. To replenish your coffee pods, just visit a retailer near you or visit Cuisinart.com. Note that the back of the machine has a special quart storage area. Lastly, this machine uses the latest in coffee technology. It has a patented brewing method. The internal piston, located above the brew cup, automatically tamps and seals the coffee during the brewing process. This creates the optimal conditions for a custom cup of coffee. So, I hope this has been helpful in getting you acquainted with all of the parts so you get the most out of your Cup-O-Matic coffee maker. Before you make your first cup of coffee, you need to prime the boiler. This should be done the first time that you use your coffee maker and whenever you haven't used your unit in a while. To start priming, remove the water reservoir by flipping open the cover and lifting it by the handle. Rinse out the reservoir before you use it for the first time. Then fill it with fresh cold water. Return it to the coffee maker. Now plug it in. Make sure the brew cup without the brew basket is in place. Remove the drip tray and place a cup that is at least 12 ounces under the brew cup. Now press the power button. The pod and brew buttons will start to flash. To start priming, press the pod and brew button simultaneously, then release. For the next 60 seconds, water will pump throughout the system. Note that the water will drip from the brew cup while this is happening. Now that the priming is complete, you can make your first cup of coffee. Before we brew, I want to show you how to use your water filter, since water is one of the most important factors when making a great cup of coffee. The special filter we provide you ensures that you will always have the purest water possible. Take the filter out of the poly bag and soak it in cold tap water for 15 minutes. Remove the water filter holder from the reservoir by lifting it out with your thumb and forefinger. Hold the stem in one hand and gently press down and pull toward you with the other hand, and the filter compartment will flip open. Put the filter in the holder and snap it shut. Hold the filter under cold running tap water for 10 seconds. Hold it till the openings on the side are right under the water. Then let it drain. Place the filter holder back into the coffee maker, pushing it all the way down to the base along the reservoir wall. By the way, you should typically change your water filter every 60 days, depending upon use. If you have hard tap water, change it more often. Okay, now we can begin brewing your first cup of customized coffee. The great thing about your Cup-O-Matic coffee maker is that it allows you to brew a custom cup of coffee just the way you like it. The first thing that you need to do when you're going to brew is press the power button. The button will start flashing as the unit heats up. When the unit is ready to brew, the power button will stay lit. If your pod and brew button flash, you haven't primed your unit. You must do so before brewing your coffee. Or, if the power button flashes, check your water reservoir as it may not be in place or the water level is too low. Always make sure there is water in the reservoir before brewing. But don't worry in case you forget. The power button will fast flash, letting you know that the water level might be too low. Now to add coffee. Remove the brew cup from the coffee maker. You can use either soft pods or ground coffee. The pod goes into the brew basket. For a 6-ounce serving, use 1 pod, and for a 12-ounce serving, use 2 pods. But remember, never use more than 2 pods at a time. For ground coffee, as rule of thumb, use approximately 2 scoops or 2 tablespoons of coffee for each 6-ounce cup you plan to brew. Remember, these are just recommendations. Feel free to adjust the number of pods or the amount of coffee you use to suit your taste. By the way, the default settings on your machine are pod, regular strength, and 6 ounces. To brew a cup of coffee on these settings, first remove the brew cup and add 1 pod to the brew basket. Put it back onto the coffee maker. Place your cup on the drip tray. Hit the brew button and watch your coffee brew. When it's finished brewing, the Cup-O-Matic will beep 5 times. Wait several more seconds until all the coffee stops flowing. Now that we've made a cup of coffee using the default settings, let's make a customized cup. I'm going to brew a 12-ounce bold strength coffee using a pod. Like we did before, remove the brew cup. Then add 2 pods. Put it back onto the coffee maker. Next, for the settings, choose pod, bold, and then 12 ounces. Hit the brew button and watch your coffee brew. For my next cup of coffee, I'm going to do 4 ounces, regular strength, and I'm going to use freshly ground coffee. First, I'm putting slightly less than 2 scoops of coffee in the brew basket. Place the brew cup back onto the coffee maker. Then press the ground button, regular strength, and the 4-ounce button. Place the cup on the drip tray, and then press brew. Remember, your Cup-O-Matic will not brew if you add more than 4 tablespoons or 4 scoops of freshly ground coffee to the brew basket. Do not exceed the max fill line when adding coffee. If you add too much, the brew button will fast flash and it will beep. Another great feature is you can brew coffee directly into a travel mug. Just remove the drip tray and place the mug under the brew basket. By the way, your Cup-O-Matic coffee maker will remember your settings until you change them or until the unit is unplugged. And there you have it, custom brewed coffee just the way you like it. Maintaining your Cup-O-Matic coffee maker is easy. Remove the brew basket and use the slide lock to lock the brew basket in place. Then simply dump the grounds or the pod. Then wash with soapy water and rinse thoroughly, or clean in the top rack of a dishwasher. If you put the parts in the dishwasher, hard water may cause the metal to stain. Use metal cleaner like Bon-Ami to easily remove it, or refer to your instruction manuals for other cleaners. The cleaning feature allows you to clean the piston, which can accumulate leftover grounds. First, remove the brew cup. Then press the clean button, which will lower the piston. As this happens, the clean button will slow flash. When the piston is completely lowered, the clean button stops flashing. Now wipe the piston with a damp towel to remove used coffee grounds. After the piston is clean, press the clean button again. The button will flash as the piston returns to its original position. When this is complete, the Cup-O-Matic automatically returns to the standby mode, and you will be ready to brew another cup. Another important tip in making sure that your Cup-O-Matic brews great tasting coffee is to decalcify it from time to time. Otherwise, calcium from water will build up on metal parts. To do this, fill your water reservoir 1/3 with white vinegar and 2/3 cold water. Make sure the brew cup without the brew basket is in place. Remove the drip tray and place a cup that is at least 12 ounces under the brew cup. Hold the pod and brew button simultaneously for 2 seconds. After approximately 60 seconds, the unit will be primed. The first half of the decalcification process is now complete. Empty the water reservoir and rinse it out. Now, fill the water reservoir with fresh cold water and return it to the unit. Prime the boiler again by pressing the pod and brew button simultaneously for 2 seconds. Now your unit is decalcified and ready for use. Let me show you how to troubleshoot any problems you may encounter with your Cup-O-Matic. If the pod and brew buttons are flashing, you need to prime the boiler. Go ahead and do it as we instructed you earlier. If the power button is fast flashing with a beeping sound, either your water reservoir is not in place or the water level is too low. If the brew button is fast flashing with a beeping sound, you may have too much ground coffee in the brew cup. Remember, you can only put up to 4 tablespoons or 4 scoops of ground coffee into the brew cup. The brew button may also fast flash if the brew cup is not properly in place. Finally, if the clean button is fast flashing with a beeping sound, then you probably forgot to remove the brew cup prior to cleaning. Now that you know how to operate your Cup-O-Matic coffee maker, you can enjoy cup after cup of customized coffee anytime. I'm Teresa Corvino with Cuisinart. Enjoy your new Cup-O-Matic coffee maker.